fighting for its reign. Where the flames upon the hill. There is fall, and fall is fair. Over to the fog and fill the air. There is fall, and fall is fair. Over to the fog and fill the air.
What bloody man is that?
Oh, this is the sword who fought against my captivity. Say to the king, the knowledge of the broil, as thou didst leave it.
Brave Macbeth, the standing fortune. With his brandished steel, unseamed enemy from nape to chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements. Then the Norwender began a fresh assault. Dismayed not the Sir Captains Macbeth and Banquo? Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare, the lion, but I am faint. Go get him, sergeants! Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Frost.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where Norwegian banners cloud the sky, Norway himself was assisted by the most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor. And to conclude, victory fell on us, my king.
No more shall the Thane of Cawdor deceive our bosom interests. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his formal titles, greet Macbeth. What he hath lost, well, Macbeth hath won.
Speak if you can. What are you?
Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis, Thane of Cawdor. Thou shalt be the king hereafter.
To me, you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Thou shalt get kings, but thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
My friend, by my father's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor?
For me to be king is impossible. Why did they say such strange things?
Were such things here to do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the risen prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And the Thane of Order too. Went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words. Who's there?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master's thanks.
He bade me from him to call thee Thane of Cawdor, O most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
The Thane of Order lives. Why dress me in such borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane Liviet, but under heavy judgment based that life which he deserves to lose? Reasons capital confessed and proved have overthrown him.
Do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those who gave the Thane of Order to me promised no less to them?
But it's strange, and oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tells us truth. Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Let us towards the king. Come, friends.
My liege, I spoke to one who saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his reason and set forth deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like leaving it.
It's true, my lord.
Cousin, only I have left to say, more is thy due than more all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays by itself.
And noble Banco, who has no less deserved, or must be known no less to have done so.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
And kinsmen know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm. I hereafter name you the Prince of Cumberland, an honor which uninvested accompany you only. From hence to Inverness, bind us further to you.
I'll be myself, the harbinger, and make joyful hearing of my wife with your approach. The Prince of Cumberland. This is a step on which I must fall down, or else so leap. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
Noble Banco, here's a peerless kinsman is so full of valiant.
My lady! The king comes here tonight.
Is not thy master with him? Why hasn't he called for preparation?
So please you, it's true, our Thane is coming. My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, we will speak further.
To ours a favor ever, my love, is to fear. You leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a present seat. The air, nimbly and sweetly, recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
My lord,
See our honored hostess.
all our services were poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad with what your majesty has given our house.
Where is our Thane? Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. Your hand. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him.
My lord,
If it were done when it's done, it would have been done quickly. If the assassination of the king could work like a net, it would be the be all and end all of the whole affair. But the king trusts me in two ways. First, I am his kinsman, so I should always protect him. Second, I am his host. I should be closing the door to his murderer's face, not murder him myself. I have no spur to prick the sights of my intent, but only vaulting ambition.
the king hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Did he ask for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He has honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which is to be worn in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Screw your curse to the taking place, and we will not have failed. When Duncan is asleep, his two chamberlains will I with wine convince so that their memory shall only be a fume. When in Swedish sleep, their drenched nature lies as in death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? Would not put upon his spongy officers
who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber and used their very own daggers, that they have done it?
Who dares receive it, as we shall make our grief and clamor uproar upon his death?
I am settled and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with the fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart don't know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I haven't heard the clock.
And sea goes down at 12.
I take this later, sir.
My sword. Who goes there?
A friend.
What? Sir, not yet at rest. The king's abed. This diamond. He greets your wife, withal by the name of most kind hostess. I dreamt the last night of the three weird sisters.
I think not of them, yet we will speak upon that some other time.
At your kind leisure.
Get thee to bed and prepare my drink. Is this a dagger I see before me? With its handle pointing towards my hand. Come, let me hold you. You look just as real as this dagger I'm pulling out now.
That would have made their bloodbath made me bold, would have quenched them, had given me fire. Alack, I'm so very worried. He is about it. I laid his daggers ready. He could not have missed them. Had the king not resembled my very own father as he slept, I would have done it myself.
I have done the deed. Duncan's no more. Did you not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry.
This is a sorry sight.
A very foolish thought, to say a sorry sight.
There's one that did laugh in his sleep. One cried, "Murder!" That they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep. One cried, "God bless us." Amen, the other. I couldn't say amen when they said, "God bless us."
Do not consider it so deeply.
I thought I heard a voice cry, "Sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the rebel sleep of care and the death of each day's life."
What do you mean?
Still it cried, "Sleep no more." To all the house, Glamith hath murdered sleep. Therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Why, worthy Thane, do you unbend your noble strength to think so brain sickly of things? Go get some water.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to even think of what I have done.
Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers. If he do bleed, I'll grind the faces of the grooms myself, for it must seem their guilt.
What is that noise? How is it that every noise appalls me?
Let's retire to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. More knocking. Be not so lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, it were best to not know myself.
Friend, was it late before we went to bed?
Wait, sir. We are carousing till the second cock and drink, sir.
Is the king awake? Is the king awake, worthy Estain?
Not yet.
Did command me to call timely upon him. Almost slipped the hour.
My friend, the night has been unruly, where we lay, lamentings heard in the air, strange dreams of death and prophesying.
It was a rough night.
Horror. Horror.
What is the matter, Duff?
Most sacrilegious murder has broke open the Thane's palace and hence stole the life of the kingdom.
What is it you say? The life?
Mean you his majesty?
Do not beat me to speak. See and speak for yourself.
Let's go.
Awake! 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 Murder and treason! Bango and Donovan, Malcolm, away! Shake off your downy sleep. Death's counterfeit and look at death itself. Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the speakers of a noble house? Speak.
It's not for you to hear what I can speak of, my lady. Too cruel anywhere. Dear Duff, I better contradict thyself and say it not so.
Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn. Only thing left is vault ambition.
What is amiss? Your old father's murdered. What?
By whom? Those of the chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their faces and hands were all bathed with blood. So were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows.
Oh, yet I do repent myself of my fury, that I did kill them.
Why did you do so?
Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. There the murderers stepped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmanneredly breached with blood.
Help me hence.
Look to the lady. What should be spoken here? where our faith made us in Caesars. Let's away, our gears are not yet peeled. When we have our naked felt eyes hid, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. I fight a treasonous malice.
And so do I. Let us all put on manly readiness and meet at the hall together.
What will you do? Let's all consult with them. I will to England.
To Ireland I, where we are, the daggers in men's minds.
Wait. This murder shaft, that shot had not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim.
Threescore and 10. I can't remember well. But the sore night has tripled for my knowings. It's so natural. Even like the deed, that's done. That's done.
Cousin. Is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth has slain has seemed to done it.
Alas, that day, what good could they pretend?
They were secretly bribed. Malcolm and Donald Blaine has fled away, which proves the suspicion on them of this more than bloody deed.
Then it's most likely that the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
Yes, he is named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin, I'll to Fife.
Well, I will to Scone.
Thou has it now. King, Corder, Glamis, all as the three weird women promised. And I fear thou paid most foully for it. Yet it was said that myself should be the root and father of many kings. Why may they not be my oracles as well? But hush, no more.
Tonight, we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I request your presence.
My duties are with a most indissoluble tie.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
Is it far you ride?
I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
We here, our bloody cousins, have bestowed to England and to Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. What of that tomorrow? Is Fleance going with you?
Aye, my good lord.
Let every man be a master of his time, till 7 at night. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be king is nothing if I'm not safe as a king. I'm very afraid of Banco. There's something noble about him that makes me fear him. He's willing to take risks, and his mind never stops working. I'm afraid of nobody but him. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
Know that it was he, in the times past, which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self.
You made it known to us.
I am one, my liege, whom the wild blows and buffet of the world hath so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I, another, so weary with disasters, dogged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or to be rid on it.
Both of you know, Banco was our enemy.
True, my
True,
lord.
my lord.
So he is mine. Hence, it is that I ask your assistance, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall perform, my lord, what you command us.
Your spirit shine through you. It must be done tonight. And something from the palace. And with him, Fleance, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than of his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour.
We are resolved, my lord.
My lady,
Say to the king, I would like to attend his leisure for a few words.
madam, I will.
How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
My mind is full of scorpions, dear wife. You know, Banco and Fleance are alive. Soon, they shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest one, until you applaud the deed. Better go with me.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth,
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of the day.
Hark! I hear forces. Then is see. The other in the note of expectation I already saw.
It'll rain tonight.
True.
Let it come down! Oh, Father!
Fly, good players!
There's one down, but his son has fled.
Best half of her is lost.
Let's away and say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thank you, my lord.
There's blood upon your face.
This is Banquo's then.
Is he dispatched?
His throat is God, my lord, that I did it for you.
Yet, his good that did the like for fleance.
Most royal sir, Philians have escaped.
But Banquo's safe?
Aye, my good lord, safe in ditches he bides.
Thank you for that. You can go now. We will hear ourselves again tomorrow.
My royal lord, you did not give the cheer. Come, join us.
May it please your highness, sit.
We would have all the nobility of Scotland under one roof if Banquo was present.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please to your highness to grace us with your royal presence.
The table's full. Which one of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
You cannot say I did it. Never shake your bloody looks at me.
Gentlemen, rise! His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is only momentary. Upon a thought, he will be well again.
What is his highness looking at?
This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Why do you make such faces?
Behold, look!
What? Quite unnamed in folly?
This is more strange than such a murder is.
Your noble friends are lacking you.
I do forget. I have this strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss.
To Banquo.
Go! Get out of my sight! Stay in your grave! There's no marrow in your bones, and your blood's cold. You're staring at me with eyes that have no power to see.
Think of this, good peers, but only as a thing of custom. It's no other. It only spoils the pleasure of the time.
Approach thou like the Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, or the Rikon tiger. Take any shape but that, and I'll never tremble in fear. Why so? Being gone, I'm a man again. I pray you sit still.
You have displaced the mirth of the evening by the most admired disorder.
You make me feel strange when I see you looking at these terrible sights and keeping a straight face while my face has gone white with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He only grows worse and worse. At once, a kind good night to all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Attend His Majesty.
What do you think about the fact that Macbeth refuses to come when I command him to?
Did you send to him, sir?
I will go to the Weird Sisters tomorrow. They'll tell me more. because I am determined to know what's the worst that could happen.
You lack the season of all natures, sleep.
Come, we will too sleep.
What? How now? Hey, kid! You look angry! Don't I have a reason to be angry, you hack? How dare you give Macbeth riddles and prophecies without telling me? I am the one who decides what evil thing must be done. And what's worse, you've given it to someone who behaves like a bat. Go away now! And in the morning, meet me by the river in the hell. Macbeth shall go there to learn his destiny. That will trick him with illusions. Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
I must say, things have been strangely born. Duncan was pitied by Macbeth, and he was dead. Banquo walked too late and was killed. How monstrous it was for Malcolm and Donalbain to kill their gracious father. Macbeth, in pious rage against delinquent guards, slaves of drink, and thralls of sleep. Was that not nobly done? And wisely too? Because he failed his presence at the Triumph feast, and here Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan lives in the English court, where he is received by pious Edward with grace. There, Macduff has gone seeking aid from Holy King Northumberland and warlike Sherwood. The report has made the king so exasperate, he may prepare for some war against us.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did, and with an absolute, sir, not I, the cloudy messenger, turns his back and his hums, as if to say, you rue the time that clocks me with this answer.
Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message before he comes, that a swift blessing may soon return to this, our suffering country, under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
How now, you secret hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
Answer me to what I ask you.
Say, you'd rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters?
Call him. Let me see him. Macbeth! Macbeth! Beware, Macduff. Beware, Thane of Five. Enough. Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks.
Love to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. Why do I need to fear you? But yet, I'll make double assurance and take a bond of faith. You shall not live.
Macbeth. You shall never be vanquished until the great burn ambush to the high Dunsinane hills shall come against you.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree and fix his earthbound root? Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall banker's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
Where are they? Where are they? Gone? Come in.
My lord, what's your gracious will?
Did you see the weird sisters?
No. Indeed, my lord.
I did hear the galloping of horses.
It is 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word that Macduff is fled to England.
The flighty purpose is never overtook unless the deed goes with it. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon his fight, and make sure his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him are dead. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
My lady,
What had he done to make him fly the land?
you must have patience, madam. You do not know whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? You're telling me wisdom? To leave his wife? His son? Look at this mansion! And his titles in a place? From whence doth himself fly? He loves us not. He doesn't love us.
My dearest cuz, I pray you, school yourself. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again.
My lady, a doubtsome danger does approach you nearly. If you take a homely man's advice, we not be found here. Hence, with your little ones, I dare abide no longer.
Where should I fly? I have done no harm. Alas, why do I put up that womanly defense to say that I have done no harm?
Where is your husband? He's a traitor.
You liar! You jackal! Mama! Don't kill me, Mama! Run away!
Malcolm,
Macbeth, let us seek out some desolate shed, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
no, Malcolm. Let us, like good men, bestride our downfall and brought down. For each new morn, each widow's howl, each orphan's cry, and new sorrows strike heaven on the face.
What you have spoke may be so, but I ought be courteous as an innocent lamb. A man of doubtful honors leaves his child and wife unsecured. England has offered goodly men, and him that shall succeed shall have more vices, and more people will suffer harshly in more sundry ways than ever.
I'm not treacherous.
But Macbeth is.
I have lost all my hopes.
I pray to you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors by mine own safeties.
Fare you well, Lord. But I will not play the villain and capture your kingdom from the tyrant's grasp.
Kingdom. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. Here from gracious England have I offered thousands, yet my poor country shall suffer more by him than that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself I mean, in whom I know particulars of vice so grafted, when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow.
Macbeth. Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil so damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody sudden malicious smacking of every sin that has a name. Your wives, your daughters, or your maids could not fill up the system of my lust.
Oh, Scotland! My Scotland!
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern, fare you well. The evil you repeat upon has banished me from Scotland. Oh, my heart, my hope ends here.
Macbeth, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples. We are truly thine. Seaward with 10,000 men is right behind. Make goodness of this bold moment. Serve us to our war-ended quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. It's hard to reconcile. My ever gentle cousin,
My prince.
welcome hither. Stands Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country. It cannot be called our mother, but our graves. Good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, and here they sicken or die.
What's the newest grief?
Each minute teems a new one.
How is my wife and all my children?
They were well at peace, where I did leave them.
Be it their comfort, we are coming there. Grace in England had led us to seaward and 10,000 men.
Would I could answer the comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Your castle was surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered.
Merciful heaven, give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the overwrought heart and bids it break.
My entire family slain with a single swing of a bloody sword.
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so, but first I must feel it as a man.
Let grief convert into anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
I could play a braggart with my tongue and a woman with my eyes. Front to front, bring the enemy of Scotland to me, and I shall slay him.
Go we to the king. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Take whatever good cheer you may. The night is long that never finds a day.
I have 2 night watch with you, but can't perceive no truth in your report.
Since His Majesty went to the field, I've seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in most fast asleep. This always stands beside her. She always has to have light next to her. Those are her orders.
You see, her eyes are open.
But they don't see anything.
Look, how she rubs her hand.
She often does that. She looks like she's washing her hands. I've seen her do that before for as long as for 15 minutes. There's still a spot here.
Listen, she's talking. I will write it down so I will remember it better.
Come out, damn spot! Out! I command you. 1, 2. It's time to go now. Hell is murky. Nonsense! Nonsense, my lord! Nonsense! You are a soldier, and yet you are afraid? Why should we be scared when no one can lay the guilt upon us? But who would have thought the old man would have had so much blood in him?
Did you hear that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will my hands never be clean again? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You'll ruin everything by acting so startled.
Now look, what you have done. You have heard something you shouldn't have.
She has spoken something she shouldn't have. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she's been keeping. I still have the smell of blood on my hand. All the perfume of Arabia couldn't make my little hand smell any better. Oh,
What a heavy sign. Her heart is carrying a heavy weight.
I wouldn't want a heart like hers, even if you made me queen.
Well.
I hope what she's saying is well, sir.
This disease is beyond my medical skill. I know the people who sleepwalk and have no guilt of anything.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Don't look so afraid. I tell you again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Is it true?
There's a knocking at the gate. Come to bed. What's done cannot be undone. Come to bed. Come.
Will she go to bed now?
Right away.
Evil dreamers are around. Unnatural act will cause.
Good night, good doctor.
Good night, good lady.
The English power is near, laid on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and a good Macduff.
Near Birnam Wood are they coming. That way shall we well meet them.
What does the triumph?
He's fortifying his castle at Dunsinane with heavy defenses. Some say he's insane. Those who hate him raise holy brave anger. One thing is certain, he's out of control. Does anyone know if Donald Ben is with his brother?
He's definitely not there, sir. I have a list of all the important men, including young Seward. And they all are too young, unlike Malcolm and Donalbain.
Those he commands move only in command and nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief?
Well, let's keep marching and give our loyalty to someone who truly deserves it. We're going to meet Malcolm. We'll cure our sick country. We'll give our own blood to help him.
Yes, let's do it. Make we our march towards Burnham.
My lord,
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Until Burnham Wood comes to Dunsinane, I won't be affected by fear. What's with the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of a woman?
My lord, there is 10,000.
Yes, villain.
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face, overread thy fear. Thou lily-livered boy, what soldiers?
The English force, so please you.
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I will fight until they rip the flesh off my bones. Give me my armor. How does your patient, doctor?
As she's troubled with a thick fancy that keep her from her rest.
Can't you treat a diseased mind, pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, raise out the little troubles of the brain?
The rain the patient ministered to himself, my lord.
If you could, doctor, please cure her of that. I shall applaud you to the very echo that should applaud again.
Yes, my lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I'm not afraid of death until Burnham Forest comes to Dunsinane.
Kinsman, I hope time is coming when people will be safe in their own bedrooms.
We don't doubt it, sir.
What is the name of this woods behind us?
Verdamoot, sir.
Tell every soldier to break off a branch and hold it in front of him. That way we can conceal how many of us there are. And Macbeth's spies will give him inaccurate reports.
We'll do it.
We have no news, except that the overconfident Macbeth is still in Dunsinane and will allow us to lay siege to the castle. He wants us to lay siege. Wherever his soldiers have an opportunity to leave him, they do, whatever rank they are. No one fights with them, except for those who are forced to, and whose hearts aren't in it.
Let's not make any judgments until we achieve our goals. Let's go. Fight like our working soldiers do.
Soon, my friends, we'll find out what's really ours and what isn't. It's easy for us to get our hopes up just sitting around thinking about it. But the only way this is going to be solved is by violence. So let's move our armies forward.
The cry is still. They come. Our castle strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Let them lie until famine and argue eat them up. What is that noise?
It is the cry of woman, my good lord.
Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She would have died anyway. If not now, there would have been a tomorrow. The days creep slowly along the end of time. Life is nothing more than an illusion.
Now near enough. Your leafy screams slow down, and so like those you are. Good luck. If we meet Macbeth's army tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Blow the trumpets! Give them all breath!
They loudly announce the news of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I can't run away. I must stand and fight like a bear. Where's the one who was not born from a woman? He is the only one I'm afraid of. Nobody else.
What is your name?
You'll be afraid to hear it.
No, I won't, even if you were one of the worst demons in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself couldn't say a name I hate more.
No, nor could the devil's name be more frightening.
You lie, you disgusting tyrant! I prove with my sword that I'm not scared of you.
You are born from a woman. Swords won't frighten me. I laugh at any weapon used by a man who was born from a woman.
Coming from over there.
Macbeth! Show me your face! If a sword other than mine slays you, the ghost of my family
will haunt me forever. I must find him there.
Understood, my lord. The castle has been surrendered without a fight. Macbeth's soldiers are fighting on both sides. The victory is nearly ours, and it seems like there is nothing much else left to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Sir, let's enter the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on my own sword? I have no word. My blood is in my blood. I must not yield. You want to move your sword? The angel is love.
I wish all of our soldiers could have survived this battle.
In every battle, some people will always be killed. But from the men I see around us, our great victory didn't cost us very much.
Macbeth is missing, and so is your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid the soldier's price, death. He only lived long enough to become a man, and as he proved himself one by fighting like one, he died.
So he's dead?
Yes, sir, and he's been carried off the field. Your grief should not be equal to his worth, because then your grief would never end.
Were his wounds on his front?
Yes, sir, on his front.
Well, he's God's soldier now. If I had as many sons as I had hairs on my head, I couldn't hope any one of them would die as honorably as he did. That's all there is to it.
He is worth more mourning than that, and I will mourn for him.
He's worth no more than that. They say he died honorably and settled his scores. That's all there is to it. Here comes better news.
Hail, King of Scotland, because that's what you are now. Yeah, I have Macbeth's cursed head. I see. You have the kingdom's noblemen around you. I want to join them in the loud cheer. Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!